3:17 p.m., a soft knock echoed. They had always warned that the devil came politely. This knock was deliberate and practiced. As I opened the door, there they stood, Mom in her church pearls, Dad in his old navy blazer, both gripping their ornate rosaries. My son played with his worn toy truck in the background, now 12 years old. He didn't turn to look at them. He didn't have to. I sensed the sudden change in the atmosphere as their gazes fell upon him. They froze, speechless for a moment. What? What was this? My father stuttered, his voice breaking. Since that day, he called me unworthy. That was the first crack. More were to follow. You see, they had buried me once before, with words, with shame, with closed doors. I was 17 then, merely a young teenager who had fathered a child. My girlfriend Mara was pregnant, and my God-fearing parents decided that I wasn't worth their home anymore. Out. They spat at me, like I was dirt on their polished floors. You have brought disgrace upon us. That fateful night, they severed our family bond. They spread lies among neighbors, claiming I fled, and whispered to the church that I was a miscreant boy who deserted my kin. Yet, I never left. Instead, Mara and I forged a life in a cramped, musty apartment filled with dreams shattered. I took on every despised task, from scrubbing dishes to mopping up barf and blood at closing hours. I bore witness to my son's first steps on unremarkable linoleum illuminated by a feeble bulb. Each scraped knee, feverish episode, or imagined monsters under the bed, I was present. They were absent, and it suited me well, until they returned. Yet, let me clarify, their desertion wasn't merely abandonment, it was annihilation. They fashioned a tale where they portrayed themselves as victims of an unruly child. I observed them on social media, flaunting perfection, grinning at charity events, boasting about the son they no longer claimed. I wasn't fractured, I was conscious. I ceased harboring animosity towards them. Malice is tumultuous, messy. I couldn't afford such turbulence. Instead, I scrutinized them, their habits, their vulnerabilities. It transformed into a game. Chess, not checkers. I strategized, mathematicized. It consumed decades. I acquired my degree while working nights. Established my own company, modest at first. Landscaping, my emblem. The initials they sought to erase from me. Every lawn I groomed in their pristine neighborhoods. A battleground. I procured property under an alias, including the one abutting their church. I bided my time. When my son reached 10, I disclosed the truth to him. I did not sugarcoat it. I informed him about the people who share his blood being strangers who valued image over kinship. He comprehended. We formed a pact. Patience. The initial move emerged when I learned through old contacts that my father was campaigning for city council. Family values. Honesty. Sacrifice. Adorable. I leaked anonymous information to local journalists about the prodigal son. Photographs of me and my boy at community events, side by side, bearing the same eyes, same jawline. The germination process was initiated. Invitations, handwritten, began appearing in their mailbox, a nod to tradition. They were for a father-son charity event, with a focus on showcasing a story of a father's resilience against adversity. I suspected their pride wouldn't let them refuse. They attended. Now they stand before me, my son, and my doorstep, unaware of the location. The address confused them. It wasn't just any house. It was under a dummy corporation's name. Their faces twisted when they saw the child. My child. A living testament to their bloodline. My mother murmured in bewilderment, her makeup cracking under the strain of confusion. I stepped forward, composed, maintaining a steady tone. This is your grandson, the one you abandoned. Momentary silence, a choking quietness ensued. Impossible, my father stammered. But his voice betrayed him. His gaze lingered on my son's face, noticing the similarities, the same strong jawline, the same defiant expression. There was no denying the ties of biology. I offered him a file, photographs, DNA test results, newspaper clippings detailing my business achievements. Deed papers. His hands shook. I warned you before, remember? I wouldn't forget. I faced my son. Have you any idea what these people are? He acknowledged me with a nod. Cheats. Ideal. The last strike? I presented them with an invitation to the father-son gala, embossed on golden cardstock. Compliments of your son, the disgrace. I leaned towards him, my voice dripping with acid. You'll attend. You'll smile. You'll introduce me as your son. You'll inform the world how proud you are of the boy you deserted. And if you don't, everything in this folder will be made public. I paused. By the way, I also purchased the building adjacent to your church. Guess what it's going to become? A refuge for teenage fathers. Your church will see it every Sunday. I let them simmer in it. I didn't shout. I didn't threaten. I didn't have to. They left that day, their swagger crushed. Yes, they went to the gala, all right? They smiled for the cameras. They kissed my son on the cheek. Every snap of the flashbulb immortalized their humiliation, their submission. I emerged victorious, yet victory was not my objective. It was about ensuring they would always remember. With each glimpse of my son, they are reminded of their defeat. I did not seek forgiveness. I sought remembrance. They aimed to erase me, but I became the permanent mark on the narrative they can't rewrite.